topic is curriculum development. What is the curriculum development? Curriculum development is the multi-step process of creating and improving a course throughout school or university. While the access process will vary from institution to institution. The broad framework includes stages of analysis, building, implementation, and evaluation. In K-12 school, curricula are often developed at a local state level to result in standardized learning outcomes across different schools. At the college level, instructors may get more individual flexibility to develop their own curricula. Either way, the individual of group is responsible for planning a course that effectively accomplish educational meet students' need. Curriculum development takes care of the big picture strategy required to successfully teach a course because decisions like course objectives and contents, sequencing, and delivery methods are made upfront. Instructors can focus on smaller details like planning for a specific lecture or writing assessment. Additionally, an interactive curriculum development process gives educator a structure to make improvement to the course after evaluating student performance and receiving an assessed semester feedback. Why is a concrete curriculum development strategy valuable for learners? In addition to providing benefits for teacher, curriculum development is a useful structure for learners. Curriculum development allows teacher to take note-full and method-agile approach to determine what students will be required to learn. The early phases of the process involve depth and research and analysis to ensure that students get the best education possible. Additionally, one of the most effective approaches for course development specifically addresses the need of learners. I will cover learner-centered design later in this article. Are the different curriculum development process or models? First, there are generally two types of curriculum models, the product model and the process model. The model you choose to follow will influence the step you will take to develop the course. Product model are also known as the objective model. This model focuses on evaluation, outcome, and results. It determines what learning has occurred. If you need to develop curriculum that prioritize standard test scores, you will need to adhere to the product model. Generally, this model is thought to be more rigid and more difficult to adapt to your student unique needs, but it does provide quantitative learning assessment. Process model. This model focuses on how learning develops over time. There is an emphasis on how the students are learning and what thought they have throughout the process. This approach is more open-ended and considers the overall growth and development of students rather than their performance on an exam. Once you have determined the type of curriculum you want to create, it is the time to choose an approach. There are three widely accepted methodologies for curriculum design. First is subject-centered, second, problem-centered, and the last is learner-centered. What is the difference between curriculum development and instructional design? Curriculum development is what student will learn, while instructional design is how student will learn it. When it's come to creating a truly high-quality educational experience for your student, the two go hand in hand, but here we're focusing primarily on the concept of curriculum development. What are the steps of curriculum development? Depending on your approach, curriculum development can have many different steps. Depending on your approach, curriculum development can have many different steps. Generally, the steps to curriculum development will fall into a rough framework that mirrors many instructional design approaches. Each process looks something like this. First, analysis. Next, design. Selecting information. And the last is review. What are the challenges of curriculum development? With so many steps to follow, curriculum development is not a simple or easy process. Instructors are across all education levels may also face additional obstacles that make the process more difficult or consuming. And the next is institutional requirements. You may need to conform to standards set by your state board of education or by institutional administration. This may mean covering material that will be assessed by in standardized tests. Require you to incorporate product-focused curricular elements or may mean including certain types of course objectives. Long waits for development expert. Your institution may have trained curriculum expert and staff to help professor with course development. Unfortunately, there is usually a much higher demand than these small teams have the capacity for leading to long wait times. Gathering relevant required materials once the curriculum is most outlined. Instructors will need to search for the right required materials to align with the course objectives. Often, it's difficult to find an option that is affordable for students and works well for your course. This is too often the case with both textbooks and e-textbook from traditional publisher, but new options like custom digital course materials can alleviate this concern. Between the many challenges and the complex steps involved, many instructors may feel they aren't up to the task of developing an effective curriculum on their own. In this case, an expert course content creator could help simplify and streamline the process. And that's all. Thank you.